Hey, how's it going? We got more stuff, of course. I will probably actually start the video just gonna say I did get this, which is the Her Mantalab. It's still mint condition so far. It's really bloody nice, I will admit, but I just, for financial reasons, when it came in, I was like, yeah, I do not have a lot of money left, and I bought this when I still had a job last year, so I'm keeping it mint in its box. I've listed it on eBay to try and sell it. If it doesn't sell, it doesn't sell, but I think at this rate it'll be a premium that, for once, I'm just going to keep it mint, and then, there are already some great videos online if you want to get an unboxing. There's a guy who goes through like the whole entire one click, and I'm like, once I saw that and realized what the whole product was, despite it looking great, I'm like, I can live without this because I need the money. I just wanted to be kind of upfront with that because it's like I mentioned in my previous mail video that I got that Dune one from Taiwan, and I was keeping it mint because I had also bought the same steelbook from JB. That's a different circumstance. That was like, I bought the Taiwan one thinking that the JB was never going to have a steelbook, and then JB did have a steelbook, and it was done cheaper, and I'm like, what the crap, I can't cancel the other one because then I might cancel La La Land and American Psycho, so I'm like, but it's worth so much online now, so if I keep it mint, maybe someone will buy it eventually. I don't know, hard to say. Nevertheless, I've got a lot of steelbooks like that where I've bought duplicates with the hope to keep them mint to resell them eventually, and some of them I've been trying to sell, and they just aren't selling. But it's one of those things. It'll happen eventually, maybe. I don't know. It doesn't matter. But still, I don't regret buying the Mantalab. I didn't buy it to resell it. That being said, let's look at the shit that I fucking spent my money on. I bought Escape from LA. Again. I literally bought the Blu-ray like a year and a half ago, I think, for maybe $10 or whatever. And I was like, oh, I should buy it. It's a John Carpenter film. I did not care much for it. But it has the new 4K UHD. It just came out at JB 2 days ago. And despite me buying this instead of The Matrix Resurrections, it's because I'm waiting for a sale to buy that. It's like $37. And I'm like, I can wait till it's 30. This was 30. On Amazon it was 27, but I'm like, 28, but I'm like, what's $2? I'm already at JB, I might as well just pick it up. And apparently it looks quite nice, so it doesn't have any special features. That's why I really debated getting the Zavvi version, because they're like, oh, it's a collector's edition set. And I'm like, okay, but what the do I get from it? You get a 4K, no Blu-ray, no soundtrack, no nothing. You just get some patches and a poster and some art cards, and I think a booklet. And I think it's just pictures, so I think that was a really crappy collector's edition. They were trying to ramp it up and make it oh, you should buy it. I'm like, for half the price, I can buy the standard edition and be more than happy with that, given how I don't even love this film. I might reappreciate it on rewatching, to be honest. I didn't like Escape New York when I watched it the first time, but I've reappreciated it. I mean, I wasn't in love with it. I liked it, but this one I didn't like. But still, 4K, that's cool. I went to JB. This is maybe a day after I finished editing the previous video, so this is at the end of March. I bought this JB exclusive edition of Pig. I compared the two covers. This is the Nicolas Cage film. I haven't watched it yet, but yeah, it does have different artwork on it compared to the standard edition, and it has artwork on the inside. Basically, the standard edition is that artwork on the disc, which is good. I'm happy that it's got different artwork at least. It's a very sturdy case. I think it's very bulbous, It's very bulbous. But this was a buy two, get one free. I was going to get Joker, but then my girlfriend was like, you don't have to buy Joker if you don't like it and you don't want me to... And she wants to watch it, but it's on Netflix, so... And then there was The Drop, and that's on Disney+. So I don't have to buy half these goddamn films. But I figured, let's get a classic Hammer horror film, and I bought Dracula, Prince of Darkness. I've only seen one other film with Dracula, well, in this case, Christopher Lee's Dracula. I think it was the 70s one. It was on, Criterion Channel, where, it's, ends, the film is, starts with him and Van Helsing fighting to the death, and Van Helsing kills Dracula, and then, obviously, that's played by, Well, in this case, he's not even in this film. Who the fuck was, the other guy? And from this has a bunch of special features too, which is cool. This would be really fun to watch. But yeah, so I had watched that where it's like I think it is Dracula 1972 AD or something like that, and it's not a great film. But it was like, I've never seen Christopher Lee as Dracula, so I finally got to watch him as Dracula. I'm like, yeah, it's alright. So I think this one's a more iconic performance of him as Dracula, like one of his first performances of him as Dracula. And then for fun, I got Galaxy Quest because I didn't have the Blu-ray, so I hate... Please tell me there's a reversible cover. I never even... No, it's not. Oh, that's really shit. What the... Why is that PG logo so bloody big? That's alright, at least I can see part of the other alien's face. Fuck these goddamn things. Like, compare the pair, you know? Like, sure, that's just covering her tits, but, like, at least you can get the whole image for the most part. So, yes, I think... Oh, this released in 1966. This is Christopher Lee's second outing as Dracula. Yeah, I may have seen his first outing. I might have seen two other Christopher Lee performances as Dracula, but I definitely saw the 1974 one, and I did not like that film. Yeah, but this is from '66, so I'm pretty sure it was Dracula like 1974 AD or like 1970 AD. It was just like something like that. I don't know. Still. So this is how minimal I mean by deliveries. I bought those three. I bought Escape New York today. Sorry, Escape LA today. Manzalab came in the mail. Bought these three, and then these two came in the mail on the same day, which was like 2 days ago. So I got this, the 60 years of the creature, creature feature, 60 years of the Gillman. It's a documentary about Creature from Black Lagoon, mostly about the fans in all respect. It's like 74 minutes, so the second half is about the fans and whatever. I have done an Anatomy of a Blu-ray on this. I don't know if it's out yet, but there will be one out soon for this. It probably will have already come out by now, I'd imagine. If you want a good in-depth look at what I think of this Blu-ray, go check that out. But yeah, so it's just a documentary. But it's nice. I figured that would be something different to do for Anatomy for Blu-ray, because it's like, I haven't really done any, like, fan Blu-rays before, so, you know. Anyway, and then last, for this current batch at least, I don't know what the hell else am I going to get in the mail, so this might be all. I got RoboCop on 4K. By the time this comes out, my Arrow video where I compare how, you know, there's the original Blu-ray release with this artwork and then the 4K release of this artwork versus what they did with the Argento sets. Still got the sleeve as well. So I've done a video talking about that and how I'm not huge on them repackaging the same artwork and then re-releasing it, but I'm okay with that if the people, like, if they released a standalone 4K for RoboCop. The thing is, they still didn't even do that. They were like, here's the Steelbook and the 4K set. And because of my financial situation, I wanted the 4K set because of course, you know, most people by now would have seen, you know, you get the hard case. But then you also get, of course, the poster, which I think is really nice. I think some people said how, like, they were going to buy the Steelbook with the 4K discs. You know, original artwork, redone artwork. It's a nice poster. And they were going to put that Steelbook in the case, much in the hard stack case, because a lot of people have the original limited edition. Which, of course, also comes with... this is the artwork for the Steelbook as well, which I find amusing. But then it has that artwork on the back, which is not great artwork. It's not terrible. It's fine for what it is. But that's a thick book. Like, I wanted this. I wanted the original limited edition for years. I say years, but it came out in like 2019. So I have RoboCop on Blu-ray, which is the 4K scan that came out after the trilogy set came out, which I never bought the trilogy set. I think I watched RoboCop 2 once, and I'm like, that was something I never want to watch again. So I haven't watched I haven't watched the third one. I don't think I'll ever rewatch the second one. But I've reversed the artwork. This comes with the 2 discs, of course, the director's cut and the theatrical cut. It comes with a sticker, which I think is cute, and it comes with some lobby cards. Not really worth showing off the lobby cards, I don't think. Basic stuff, really. But for the most part, it's a really nice set. A lot of people have been showing it off over the past, like, basically since it came out. Like, a lot of people have been like, oh, let's look at the, the 4K of it. I'm like, I don't really know why you need to. Like, it's the exact same packaging as the original release, but I think it's because they can add in the knowledge of, oh, well, MGM did their original 4K scan a few years back, and we got to compare it to that. Plus, Arrow Video did an original 4K scan as well. We got to compare it to that. And from what I've heard, the 4K isn't much of a step up. It's like slightly better, maybe. I haven't watched it yet. I think I've only watched the director's cut. I think I watched the theatrical cut a long time ago, and the director's cut when I got the Blu-ray. So, yeah, because I grew up with, like, the TV show, like, the one for kids. I don't know. I think it was called Meltdown or something. That was, like, most of what I had for RoboCop growing up. And I used to love RoboCop, and I only had, like, that DVD. But for me, it was, like, I was a dumb kid to not realize that Volume 2 didn't mean that it was just those 2 episodes. I grew up with H.R. Puff and stuff on VHS, and we had, like, 4 episodes on 4 individual tapes. And that was mostly all that I watched of the show, even though I now have the DVD set with the whole entire show. But, like, yeah, I wanted to get the 4K set for RoboCop because I wanted to get the booklets and stuff. Because for me, having it be repackaged in the exact same artwork, sure, I like the artwork, so I've got no biggie there, no gripes. I didn't get the original Arrow. Fuck yeah, perfect for me. I hope to one day get the Steelbook. It is still available at Zavvi, for example, but, like, it's still quite pricey. I'm like, I don't need the discs because I've already got them now. I don't need the Steelbook because I basically have the exact same artwork on the reversible cover and the booklet, so I don't need the Steelbook. I'd love to get it, but I'm probably not going to anytime soon. I had originally ordered to get both of them just in case it sold out, but it hasn't, and it probably will eventually, but I actually forgot I ordered this. This was even on sale at Amazon. I got this for like $48 in the end, so free films for $48. This is the imprint collector's set for the Harry Palmer collection, which includes the Ipcris File, Funeral in Berlin, and $1 Billion Brain. This is label number 75, 76, and 77. So of course you got your front. It's a kind of glossy one where I don't really want to touch it too much, but it's fine. It's a nice cover. I like it, You got the title on the top there. You got the title on the spine. Same as the other spine. And you got that on the back. This is usually where the card is here. So it'll have, the quote on the top. And then I'll have a card here, which I think I might have taken out. Yes, I did. It's orange on the inside when you take off the lid. So let's show you what comes on the insides. So first you get the Ipcris file, which Dad was watching, so hence why I forgot to show this. Standard kind of imprint labeling and everything, with still having the spine number and having all the details. It looked fine from what I saw Dad watching it. Good artwork to it and everything. You got Michael Caine under there with some kind of a submachine gun. How's it gonna show it properly? Yeah. It's cute. I definitely plan to watch it, because obviously it's done by the guys who did Bond and the Sean Connery Bonds. And, I don't know, I like the Sean Connery Bonds. Second up, you got Funeral in Berlin, which is a very interesting cover. Reminds me of the Beatles for some reason. Anyway. But yeah, this is just a HD transfer. I haven't taken a look at this one yet. And even from what I saw of the Ipcris file, it's the kind of stuff where they probably could do more work on it, but it still looks fine. It doesn't look too dated or anything. But yeah, disc artwork's the same as the front cover artwork, so nothing too insanity-inducing there. And last but not least, you have $1 Billion Brain. Kind of expect why it can go that way, but Again, don't know what the transfer is like on this one. And you got the artwork on the inside. There's a bunch of imprint labels that I'd like to get. I didn't even have to cut this one up. It fits perfectly in the thing. So there's your details if you want to look at them. I believe this is Region B exclusive, but it doesn't stipulate. So, yeah. nevertheless, a bunch of special features, some good stuff by the looks of it for the whole kit and caboodle. For the cheap price that I got it at, that's nice. My address is on that side. Okay, cool. Just keep this around here. Hello. I'm in the kitchen because no one else is home. I've actually got a bit of a head cold, weirdly. But anyway, I just got a box from Indicator. This came out of it. And this came out of it. I wanted to do like more of an unboxing of it because of how well packaged this baby is. Bubble wrapped. Look at the inside of that box. I don't know if you can tell, but there's wall lining and base lining. Holy shit! Sorry, I've never bought from these guys before. From Indicator, they had their big sale, and it got to the point where there's a bunch of shit that I wanted to buy from. Oh, they actually include a little booklet. What is this shit? It might be like an ad or something. I wanted to buy some films from Zavvi, and then it was like I wanted to check around, see where else they were available, and they happened to be available at Indicator on their website for, unsurprisingly, a hell of a lot cheaper because, of course, it was all on sale. So I went through their whole website for for $120. I got all of this stuff. This is 120 Australian dollars posted. I got all this stuff, and there was only like 3 of these films I think I wanted to get from Zavvi, so I'll do the smaller unboxing first. What is this shit? There's like a selection of postcards. What the crap? I hate when they've got this on it. Tearing it open, I hate these things. They're legitimate postcards. There's that. That's the big gun down. Burt Lancaster and the Swimmer. Bullfighter and the Lady. Carnal Knowledge. I've never heard of any of these films. I've heard of the first one, actually. No, actually I haven't. Pastor Hall. And Dracula, a love story. Holy shit. That is almost nudity. That is so cool. I didn't expect that. And then it comes with this as well, which has Gorgon on the front. This would be the ad, I'd say. Yeah, this one's the ad. So if you got that's the limited edition box sets. You got limited edition stuff and standard edition. So I got a bunch of shit. That's cute. That's nicely done. I like that. Okay, so for a lot of people, I'm assuming this is a normal thing because, again, I've never ordered from them before in my life. So I got a lot of these. Actually, I think these are all standard editions. Happy Birthday to Me, which I wanted to get because, you know me, I like my 80s horror films. And this is one of the few that I wanted to get from Zavvi. I ended up getting it for like $7, down from I could have gotten it for like $20 at Zavvi, and obviously I didn't. Not much to show off. You know, the reversible artwork is just an ad, so not bad. Not bad at all. Then I got the 2-disc special edition of Night of the Demon. Again, these are all films that were between $20 to $30 at Zavvi, and I was like, oh, do I want to get it? You know, me with my I don't get much money anymore kind of deal. This doesn't have reversible artwork, but it does have 2 discs. Both Blu-rays, just 2 different cuts of the film. The US cut and the UK cut. So, yeah. Cool. This one I didn't even consider, but I actually looked at most of these to see if I could find them on Zavvi. So this is the Gorgon, because I like Medusa, so, you know, figured that'd be cool. And it's a Hammer horror film with Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Holy shit. Yeah, just add on the inside. I like it too, like the rating is in the middle rather than anywhere else. They could have still put it at the bottom, but I'm glad they didn't. That's really nice. Those three were the ones that I could find on Zavvi, as well as the box set that I've got here that I'll show off in a second. I should hurry up, I gotta go. I meant to go out today. Oh, baby, I really wanted to watch this after watching I think it's Horror of Frankenstein that I have in my Hammer DVD set. But I really wanted to watch Revenge of Frankenstein because I heard that was actually the better of the two, the better of the films, and arguably one of the best Frankenstein films ever made. So yeah, I got myself Revenge of Frankenstein. They just had it on their website, which was just cool as hell. I believe that it was like this set here, where they had a limited edition set, which in this case I got Hammer Volume 6 Night Shadows. I don't have any other Hammer horror sets. Most of them are out of print. I could have bought the other ones that they had, but I was very budgeted, and I really liked the artwork for this, and I looked up the reviews for most of these films, and they just sounded pretty crazy. So you got, this is number 4,290 out of 6,000 units. It has The Shadow of the Cat, Captain Clegg, which is what this image is from, Phantom of the Opera, and Nightmare. Well, I don't know if I guess if I really want to get indicator stuff in the future, I'll more than likely go to their website. The problem is that it's all in, like, you know, pounds or whatever, Great British pounds, or I think it's in GBP, which is a lot more expensive for me in particular, which is why a lot of the Zavvi prices are much more expensive in Australia, despite us having the Australian version website. Alright, so you take your sleeve off, which is just cute and simple, and I like how it has the pictures on the back as well. It's very good. I believe that the Horror of Frankenstein was in one of these sets. So this is, yeah, limited edition. Wow. Beautiful artwork. I love that. Like, got the names on the top, got the Hammer volume on the side. It doesn't actually stipulate which Hammer one it is, which I really like. Like, the only one it says there, which is where it says volume 6 plus on the front. It even has a little saying there. Hopefully that's focused. And it's got details and specs for the films on the base, as well as a barcode. I'm assuming these don't have barcodes, yeah, because these are not sold separately, so this would count as one film according to Bluray.com. I really hate that about that, but that's alright. They don't come in shrink wrap, which is fine. You got these are my favorite types of cases. So as you can see, not for individual sale. Limited edition, and it comes with a bunch of extra shit, as well as, you know, disc art, reversible art. I actually watched a video of a person breaking this down, as well as a booklet. Pretty hefty booklet, it's with alternate artwork as well. Good stuff. This is what I love. Oh, and people wonder why I buy movies all the fucking time. Because they're so cool. I love this shit. Look at this shit. I've never even heard of half of these films. I mean, I didn't even know that this version existed. I didn't know that Hammer Horror did their own version of, I recognize that guy, of Phantom of the Opera. To be fair, I don't think I've ever seen the Phantom of the Opera. I have I have a few of the versions on DVD or Blu-ray. I think I've got the 1920s version on DVD. I've got a Blu-ray set coming in for the Universal Monsters movies. I don't know when that'll come in. Probably next month if I'm lucky. Captain Clegg, and I believe that has like the 1930s version, which is the more iconic version with the mask and whatever, whereas the other one is the Lon Chaney Jr., like, just shy of like 2-hour silent movie. Yeah, same deal here. This is good stuff. I hope I'm showing this off to a good enough degree for y'all. And lastly, Shadow of the Cat. I also plan to be picking up that new Spider-Man film today, so I expect another clip of that in soon. I did actually get the steelbook of it, but at the same time, I bought that basically to resell it, knowing that it would sell for a lot, and I didn't really want to buy the film. I know a lot of people love it, but yeah, good stuff for this. But I just told my brother, look, send me $40 and I'll buy the movie. So despite my head coldish nature right now, and the fact that I should definitely sleep, I'm going to go out, buy it. I've got some more movies I'm expecting in the mail because I now have a second job. Yay, I'm getting more jobs. It's great. This isn't even filming. This is picking and packing, but I don't care because it's a job. This was fantastic. 10 out of 10 to Indicator. Beautiful packaging. Love the releases. I wish I had have gotten a lot of the original releases, especially for something like Revenge of Frankenstein, but I believe that was in one of the Hammer horror sets, which they, of course, do release them all individually after the fact, once the sets have sold out, which is doable. It's realistic. So, yeah, I guess I'll just jump into the next clip where I probably will be back in the theatre room with some more mail or movies I picked up for me or family. Just as an additional, because this is a continuation to previous clip, I think I was wearing a different my pajamas. Couldn't tell I was wearing my jacket. Got that Spider-Man film I said I was going to get. Wow, look at that great artwork. To be fair, I bought it with my brother's money. He paid me, and I bought it. But they also had 20% off TV shows, so I bought Chucky on DVD because they didn't have any Blu-rays, because, of course, they're not selling the Blu-rays in Australia, and I didn't want to pay, like, $70 for it. So I'm like, sure, I'll pay $20. There it is. Despite having the whole entire thing on a Blu-ray box set. Anyway, that's all. Yeah. That's all for now.